Hey there, tech enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the world of IP addresses. They're super important for getting your devices online. Without them, the internet wouldn't work. It's like trying to send a letter without an address. Impossible, right? Imagine a world without addresses. How would you find your way home? How would you receive deliveries? IP addresses are like those addresses, but for your devices on the internet. They help your computer, phone, and even your smart fridge talk to each other. Just like a real-world address tells us where a house is located, an IP address tells us where a device is on the internet. Pretty cool, huh? So, next time you're browsing the web, remember that your device is using its special address to connect you to the vast world of information. Okay, let's break down what an IP address actually is. In simple terms, it's a unique string of numbers that identifies a device on a network. Think of it like your phone number. Just like you have a unique phone number to make and receive calls, your device has a unique IP address to send and receive data online. These numbers are used to route information across the internet. When you send an email or visit a website, your device uses its IP address to communicate with the other devices involved. It's like sending a postcard. You need the correct address for it to reach its destination. Without IP addresses, the internet would be a chaotic mess. Devices wouldn't know where to send information, and we wouldn't be able to connect with each other online. So, thank goodness for IP addresses. They keep the internet running smoothly. Now here's where it gets a little more interesting. There are actually two types of IP addresses, public and private. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. A public IP address is like the address of your house that everyone sees from the street. It's the address that your internet service provider assigns to your router, the device that connects you to the internet. This address is visible to the outside world and is what websites and other devices use to communicate with you. On the other hand, a private IP address is like the address of your room within your house. It's used to identify devices within your local network, like your computer, phone, and printer. These addresses are not visible to the outside world and are only used within your home or office network. Section 4. Why we need both public and private IPs in action. You might be wondering, why do we need both public and private IP addresses? Well, they both serve important purposes. Public IP addresses are essential for connecting to the internet and communicating with other devices around the world. They allow websites to know where to send information, and they allow you to access online services. Private IP addresses, on the other hand, are crucial for managing devices within your local network. They allow your computer to talk to your printer, your phone to stream videos to your smart TV, and all your devices to share the same internet connection. Imagine if all your devices had the same public IP address. It would be like having all your mail delivered to the same address, even though you have multiple people living in your house. It would be a logistical nightmare. That's why we need both public and private IP addresses. They work together to ensure that data is routed correctly and efficiently, both within our homes and across the internet. Section 5. Finding your addresses. A quick guide. Curious to know your own IP addresses? It's actually quite easy to find out. To find your public IP address, you can simply do a Google search for "What is my IP address?" Google will display your public IP address at the top of the search results. Finding your private IP address is a bit different depending on your operating system. On Windows, you can open the command prompt and type ipconfig. On macOS, you can open the terminal and type ifconfig. These commands will display a bunch of network information, including your private IP address. Section 6. Wrapping it up. IPs are important, so there you have it, a crash course on IP addresses. We've learned that they're like unique addresses for our devices on the internet, and that there are two types, public and private. We've also seen why both types are important for different reasons. Understanding IP addresses might seem like a small thing, but it gives you a peek behind the scenes of how the internet actually works. It's like knowing the secret language of the digital world. Next time you're online, take a moment to appreciate the magic of IP addresses. They're the unsung heroes that make it all possible. Until next time, happy surfing. Yo, what's up everyone? It's Mohammed Bilal, back with another Tech Explainer. Ever wondered how your devices connect to the internet or how data flows inside an office network? The secret lies in two important networking devices, routers and switches. But what's the difference? Don't worry, in this video, we'll break down the differences between routers and switches in a way that's easy to understand. let's simplify things and get you comfortable with these networking essentials. You'll be a networking pro in no time. Alright, let's kick things off with switches. Think of a switch as a traffic cop directing data within your local network. It's like a central hub connecting all your devices, laptops, desktops, printers, gaming consoles, you name it. Without a switch, your devices would have to send data to every single device on the network, creating chaos and slowing things down. But the switch brings order to the chaos. It creates direct connections between devices, allowing data to flow efficiently. When a device wants to send data, the switch reads its MAC address, kind of like a device's unique ID, and forwards that data only to the intended recipient. This way, the network stays fast and efficient, even with multiple devices operating simultaneously. You've got your unmanaged switches. These are like the plug-and-play heroes of the networking world. But if you're running a larger network, you might need a managed switch with advanced features like VLANs, traffic monitoring, and enhanced security. Now let's move on to the routers. If the switch is the traffic cop inside your network, the router is the border patrol, connecting your entire home or office network to the outside world, the internet. It's the gateway that lets all your devices share a single internet connection. Your router assigns private IP addresses to all the devices on your network, kind of like giving them their own internal addresses within your home. When you want to access the internet, your router uses a clever trick called NAT network address translation. It takes your private IP address and translates it into a public IP address, which is the address that the internet sees. This way you can browse the web securely, and websites can send data back to the right device on your network. Routers are also masters of direction, determining the best path for your data to travel across the internet. They use complex algorithms to analyze traffic and find the fastest route, ensuring a smooth online experience. You've got your wired routers, which rely on Ethernet cables for connections. And then there are wireless routers, which use Wi-Fi to connect your devices wirelessly. Okay, so we've covered switches and routers individually. Now let's bring them face to face and highlight the key differences. The main thing to remember is that switches are all about connecting devices within a single network, while routers connect your network to other networks like the internet. Think of it this way. A switch is like the local post office, sorting and delivering mail within a town, while a router is like the National Postal Service, connecting your town to the rest of the country and the world. Switches use MAC addresses, which are hardware-based and specific to each device, to direct traffic within a network. Routers, on the other hand, manage IP addresses, which are used to identify networks and devices on the internet. Essentially, switches are designed for speed and efficiency within a local network, while routers are built for connectivity and security between networks. In many home and office setups, you'll find both a router and a switch working together to create a fast, secure, and reliable network. So, there you have it, routers and switches demystified. Hopefully this video gave you a clearer understanding of these essential networking devices and how they work together to keep our digital world connected. Remember, switches are your local network heroes, while routers are the global connectors. Whether you're setting up a home network, managing a small office, or building a massive data center, knowing the difference between these devices is crucial. And as always, thanks for watching. Hey there, tech enthusiasts! It's your favorite Canadian nerd, Linus, here to tackle a question as old as time, or at least as old as the internet. Wi-Fi or Ethernet? Which one reigns supreme in the speed department? It's a question that has plagued gamers, streamers, and everyday internet users for years. Fear not, my friends, for I am here to break it down for you. We'll dive deep into the nitty-gritty of speed, latency, and all that jazz. We'll see how these connections stack up in real-world scenarios. By the end, you'll be a networking ninja, able to choose the best connection for your needs with the confidence of 1,000 suns. So buckle up, grab your Ethernet cables, and let's get started. Alright, let's talk numbers. In the battle of raw speed, Ethernet comes out swinging with a potential knockout punch. We're talking gigabit speeds, folks. That's crazy fast. Wi-Fi, while impressive in its own right, can struggle to keep up. Now I know what you're thinking. But Linus, my Wi-Fi says it's super duper fast, and you're right. The theoretical speeds can be very close, but here's the kicker. Real-world performance is a different beast altogether. Walls, interference, and distance can all put a damper on your Wi-Fi party. Speed isn't everything, though. Latency, my friends, is where the magic happens, or doesn't happen, depending on your connection. Latency is the time it takes for data to travel. Lower latency means quicker response times. Gamers, this one's for you. High latency can mean the difference between a glorious victory and a rage quit moment. Ethernet, with its rock-solid connection, consistently delivers low latency. Wi-Fi, on the other hand, can be a bit finicky, especially in crowded environments. Section 4. Secure or convenient, picking your priority. Let's talk security. Ethernet has a clear advantage here. It's a physical connection, making it much harder for those pesky hackers to snoop on your data. Wi-Fi, while generally safe, is more vulnerable to attacks, especially if you haven't bothered to change the default password. But let's be real, convenience is king, right? And nothing beats the freedom of Wi-Fi. You can browse from your couch, your bed, even your bathroom if that's your thing. So which one wins? It all comes down to your needs. So there you have it. Ethernet for speed and security, Wi-Fi for convenience. Choose wisely, my friends, and may your internet always be fast and your connection. We type a website name like www.example.com into our web browser. We press enter. Boom! The website appears on our screen. Isn't it amazing how quickly it all happens? It's like magic, but it's not. It's thanks to something called DNS. DNS stands for Domain Name System. You can think of it as a giant phone book for the internet. Just like we use names to find people's phone numbers, DNS helps computers find websites using their domain names. Every website on the internet has a unique address made up of numbers. This is called an IP address. It's like a street address for a house, but for websites. Computers use these IP addresses to find and connect to each other. But remembering long strings of numbers is hard for us humans. That's where DNS comes in. It acts as a translator, converting easy-to-remember domain names like google.com, into IP addresses that computers understand. Let's break down how DNS works when you type in a website address. 1. Your browser checks its cache. Your browser first checks if it remembers the IP address from a previous visit to the website. If it does, it can connect directly. 2. Asking the DNS server. If the IP address isn't in the cache, your browser asks a DNS server for help. Think of a DNS server like a directory assistance service for the internet. 3. Finding the right server. The DNS server checks its records to find the correct IP address for the domain name you typed. It might need to ask other DNS servers for help. 4. Connecting to the website. Once the IP address is found, the DNS server sends it back to your browser. Your browser then uses this address to connect to the website's server and download the web page. DNS is super important for a fast, secure, and reliable internet experience. But sometimes, DNS problems can occur, leading to error messages like DNS_probe_finished_NX domain. This usually means the DNS server couldn't find the website you're looking for. If you encounter this, try these simple fixes. Check your internet connection. Make sure you're connected to the internet. Clear your browser cache. This forces your browser to request a fresh IP address from the DNS server. Restart your router and computer. This can help resolve temporary glitches. DNS works tirelessly behind the scenes to make our internet browsing seamless and enjoyable. It's a testament to human ingenuity in making complex technology work effortlessly for us. So, the next time you load a website in the blink of an eye, remember the magic of DNS. Think about it. How often do you think about DNS when you're browsing the internet? It's amazing how such a critical process happens without us even realizing it. In today's digital age, our lives are increasingly online. We shop, bank, and connect with loved ones through the internet. This makes it more important than ever to protect our privacy and data. Every time we go online, we leave behind digital footprints. This information can be sensitive. It can be accessed by hackers, advertisers, and even governments. Thankfully, there are tools available to help us maintain our privacy online. One such tool that has gained immense popularity is the VPN. Imagine a secure tunnel for your internet traffic, shielding your online activities from prying eyes. That is essentially what a VPN or virtual private network does. In the following sections, we will delve deeper into the world of VPNs. We'll uncover their workings and explore why they are becoming indispensable for anyone concerned about their online privacy. A VPN or virtual private network is like a secret passageway for your internet connection. It creates a secure and encrypted connection between your device and the internet. Think of it as a tunnel that protects your data from being seen by outsiders. When you use a VPN, your internet traffic is routed through an encrypted tunnel to a server operated by the VPN provider. This means that your data is encrypted and your IP address, which can be used to track your location, is masked. Essentially, a VPN acts as a middleman between your device and the internet, adding an extra layer of security and privacy to your online activities. VPNs employ strong encryption to safeguard your internet traffic. Encryption is like scrambling your data into an unreadable code. Only the intended recipient with the right decryption key can understand it. This prevents hackers, your ISP, or anyone else from intercepting and reading your sensitive information. When you connect to a VPN, your internet traffic is routed through a server located in a different geographical location. This means that websites and online services will see the VPN server's IP address instead of your actual IP address. This effectively masks your true location, giving you the ability to browse the internet as if you were in a different country. By encrypting your traffic and masking your IP address, VPNs provide a robust shield for your online activities. Section 4. Why use a VPN? There are numerous reasons why using a VPN is essential in today's digital landscape. Firstly, VPNs provide enhanced privacy by encrypting your internet traffic, making it difficult for anyone to track your online activities or intercept your data. Secondly, VPNs are crucial when connecting to public Wi-Fi networks, which are often unsecured. When you use a VPN on public Wi-Fi, your data is encrypted, protecting it from potential hackers lurking on the network. Furthermore, VPNs allow you to access geo-restricted content by masking your IP address. For example, you can use a VPN to access streaming services or websites that may be blocked in your region. Lastly, VPNs can help you bypass censorship and avoid ISP tracking. Some governments or organizations may censor certain websites or track your online activities. By using a VPN, you can circumvent these restrictions and browse the internet freely and anonymously. Section 5. Choosing the right VPN for you. With so many VPN providers available, it's important to choose one that meets your specific needs and priorities. Look for a VPN provider that offers strong encryption protocols, a wide range of server locations, and a strict no-logs policy, meaning they don't keep records of your online activities. Some popular and reputable VPN providers include ExpressVPN, NordVPN, and CyberGhost. These providers offer robust security features, fast speeds, and user-friendly apps for various devices. Remember, investing in a reliable VPN is an investment in your online privacy and security. In an increasingly interconnected world, protecting your digital footprint is of paramount importance. You've probably heard of the dark web, a mysterious part of the internet where illegal activities take place. But did you know that it's just a small portion of something much bigger called the deep web? Today, I'm diving deep into the hidden layers of the internet. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the surface web, the part of the internet you use every day. It includes websites that are indexed by search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo. If you can find a website using a simple search, it's part of the surface web. But guess what? This is only about 5% of the entire internet. Now below the surface web lies the deep web, which makes up around 90% of the internet. It includes private emails, online banking data, subscription services like Netflix, government databases, and confidential business records. These pages aren't indexed by search engines because they require passwords or special access. Now comes the dark web, a small but infamous section of the deep web. It's hidden and can't be accessed with normal browsers like Chrome or Firefox. Instead, you need special software like Tor, the onion router, to enter this hidden world. While the dark web is known for illegal activities such as buying and selling stolen data, drug and weapon trafficking, and hacking services, it's not all bad. It's also used for whistleblowing, like WikiLeaks, journalists protecting sources, and people bypassing censorship in oppressive countries. If you're curious, should you visit the dark web? Well, unless you have a valid reason, it's best to stay away. Many sites are filled with scams, hackers, and even law enforcement tracking illegal activities. To stay safe online, use strong passwords, enable two-factor authentication, avoid clicking on suspicious links, and use a VPN if privacy is a concern. So, the deep web is just a private section of the internet, while the dark web is a hidden and often risky part of it. Not everything in the dark web is illegal, but it's a place where you need to be cautious. What do you think? Would you ever explore the dark web? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech content. See you in the next one. Yo, what's up guys? It's your man, Mohammed Bilal, back with another tech tip video. This time, we're tackling a problem we've all faced: slow internet speed. You know that feeling, right? You're trying to load a web page and it's taking forever. Or, you're in the middle of an intense gaming session and BAM lag spikes hit you out of nowhere. In this video, I'm going to share some super simple yet crazy effective tricks to boost your internet speed on your PC. No more buffering, no more lag, just pure, uninterrupted internet bliss. So if you're ready to kiss those internet woes goodbye, smash that like button, hit subscribe for more tech goodness, and let's dive right into it. Alright, before we start tweaking things, we need to know where we're starting. So first things first, head over to a website like speedtest.net or fast.com. These are super reliable speed testing sites that will give you a clear picture of your current download and upload speeds. Once the test is done, take a look at the results. If your speeds are way lower than what you're paying for, then it's time to roll up our sleeves and fix it. Just remember, internet speeds can fluctuate depending on various factors, so it's a good idea to run the test a few times at different times of the day for a more accurate picture. Now let's get into some actual optimization. Sometimes the simplest solution is the most effective. We're talking about the good old reboot. Seriously, restarting your router and modem can work wonders for your internet speed. Unplug both your router and modem, wait for about 30 seconds and plug them back in. This hard reset clears their memory and gives them a fresh start, often resulting in a noticeable speed boost. It's a quick and painless process that can make a world of difference. Plus, it gives you a chance to stretch your legs for a minute. So, you've rebooted your router and modem, but your internet speed is still stuck in the slow lane. The culprit might be something as simple as your router's location. Think about where your router is currently placed. Ideally, your router should be placed in a central, elevated location, free from any obstructions. Trust me, a simple change in location can make a world of difference in your internet speed and coverage. Alright, let's dive into some PC-specific optimizations. First up, we're going to make sure you're connected to the right Wi-Fi band. Most modern routers come with two Wi-Fi bands, 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. Think of them as two lanes on a highway. 2.4 GHz is like the slow lane, while 5 GHz is the fast lane. To switch to the fast lane, head over to your PC's Wi-Fi settings. Look for the one with the 5 GHz designation and connect to it. The 5 GHz band offers faster speeds and less interference, especially in crowded areas with lots of Wi-Fi networks. It's all about finding the right balance for your specific setup. Let's face it, our computers are constantly running a bunch of apps in the background, and some of them can be real bandwidth hogs. But don't worry, we're about to expose and silence these data-hungry culprits. First, let's unleash the power of the Task Manager. Hit those keys, Ctrl+, Shift+S key, and boom, the Task Manager appears. Head over to the Network tab, and you'll see a list of all the apps using your internet connection. Right-click on any apps using a suspicious amount of bandwidth and select End Task to free up those precious megabits. And there you have it, folks. Those are my top tips for boosting your internet speed on PC. Remember, a fast and reliable internet connection is essential for a smooth online experience. By implementing these simple yet effective tricks, you can unlock the full potential of your internet plan. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Hit that subscribe button for more tech tips and tricks, and let me know in the comments down below which of these tips worked best for you.